Andy Austin here. Now I'm up in the attic in my new location, and at some point I'm going to tidy up, but it's just, there's too much stuff. Right, this is the next chapter from The Rainbow Machine, Tales from a Neurolinguist's Journal by Andrew T. Austin. That's me. You can buy this on Amazon and leave a review. That would be amazing if you did that. Okay, so this chapter is a therapeutic relationship. I won't spoil it. Again, I call it a chapter. It's actually just over a page. And this is about some of the unintended consequences of therapy that can happen for some people when things don't quite go how one might expect. Over the years, and where I've moved from being a hypnotherapist to being an NLP, and then moving on from NLP to doing my own bits and pieces here and there, and then metaphor stuff, and so on, I've watched a lot of people come and go from the therapeutic scene. The internet therapy scene, where what you have to do is have a Facebook page and a Twitter feed and lots of photos of yourself and big yourself up, and your contact page must always say contact us, even though it's just the one person. And we have a website that says how busy you are and how much you charge and what amazing wizardry that you. And there's thousands of websites like that. There's probably more websites espousing success than there are clients that will ever be seen. But of course, no one likes to put up the website that says, "Well, I'm just starting out and." Yeah, I haven't seen any clients yet. I'm hoping to get one soon. I've lowered my prices enough, so hopefully someone will come and see me. But I'm quite new, so if you feel sorry for me, come and see me. No one does that. People tend to present themselves to be something amazing, and I've trained with the best, and here's the photograph with me with my celebrity trainer that no one outside of the field has ever heard of, and that kind of stuff. Have a look at the kind of relationship people are trying to form with their client. And I find this a fascinating thing to observe. It seems, especially from, say, the NLP world, I, the NLP trainer, I, the NLP master practitioner, internationally accredited and fully insured, you must be impressed by me. That's so weird. It's almost there's this notion that in order to be a coach, trainer, or therapist of the alphabet therapy types, I'm not talking psychology, psychiatry, that I must be someone who impresses the client. And they list off all the trainings they've ever... I did this once on my website. List off all the trainings they've ever attended and all the certifications and who they've trained with and when they train and what certifications and which member bodies they've joined up with, and if they're fully insured. They're always fully insured. No one's ever partially insured, as though fully insured is a qualification. This is interesting to me. What relationship at that point of first contact, when the imaginary client is reading that web page, what is supposed to happen in the mind of that particular client? And then when the client comes to see that coach or therapist, what is the coach or therapist doing in terms of the quality of the relationship they're forming? And my observation is that most people have never considered this. They've never considered anything beyond getting a result, getting a testimonial, and scoring points that they can then say on Facebook, "Hey, I'm amazing, I love my job," that kind of stuff. So many people are caught up in the showbiz pizzazz wow factor of being a coach, as though somehow that's impressive and high status. And if you are that person, don't do it. Don't do it. You can stop doing it now. That stuff sells courses, but it doesn't get you clients. What most people want is somebody who understands the problem. They want somebody who understands the situation that they're going through, not somebody who's trying to Can you imagine if you are a depressed person and you look at somebody's website and the website's all about them? It's all about how brilliant they are and who they've trained with and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. Depressed, suicidal people tend to go on forums where they hang out with other suicidal people. Have a look. Go onto things like Reddit or alt suicide methods on the old news groups. Have a look at what people are doing. The mismatch. People look for something that matches their state. They don't look for something that mismatches their state. And then the other thing that can happen is the coach and therapist says how many minutes they need, how many sessions they need. Well, we can fix a lifelong post-traumatic stress in 20 minutes. 20 minutes is all it takes. Really, I can do it in 10. And they start competing on how quick and efficient they are. Well, if I've been depressed or traumatized for the last 20 years, and you say, oh, I can take that away in 20 minutes, not only may I not believe you, but I might actually feel a little bit insulted that you clearly don't understand what it is that I'm experiencing. And one of the things, I think Darren Brown said this, for all the personal development and all the pizzazz and all the wizardry that people claim, the one thing they forgot was compassion. And I think that is something that is lost a lot. Empathy seems to be lost, although it's come back in fashion in recent years in a narcissistic way, where we have the self-appointed empaths. I'm an empath, I'm an intuitive coach. Oh, God! And so now it's all about how I feel. I'm the coach, but it's all about how I feel, because I'm an empath, and I can feel your energies. Oh my God! Literally, the coach is making the client's problem all about themselves, which is just remarkable reframe. And so that narcissistic value is also pretty questionable. So we've got to look at what is the relationship we're forming with people. Some coaches need their clients at a personal level more than their clients will ever need the coach. Because there's an awful lot of people who are attracted into therapy because they're fixing their own problems. Nothing wrong with that, actually. And a lot of people are motivated to come into coaching therapy change work because they want to fix themselves. They want to learn more about people, learn more about themselves, enhance their own lives, and have an income. Nothing wrong with that either. Good motivations, to motivate people to actually learn more stuff. But some people never actually grow and develop and learn. They're getting almost like this narcissistic supply type thing. And so they get attention from the clientele, their patients that they see. And they need that attention more than the clientele needs the attention from the therapist and coach. And that can be quite problematic too. But I'd say so many people that I see are locked into these ways of being, they can't see it. And I come along and I start talking these huge, great generalizations, as I do. Like, all you coaches and therapists out there are all clearly awful, narcissistic individuals, and upset most people, which is why they don't invite me back to conferences and stuff anymore. But of course, I'm overgeneralizing, because obviously I'm trying to over-egg the point here and generalize stuff. So have a look. This is the point of this particular chapter. Have a think about what is the relationship that is being formed between coach, therapist, trainer, whatever they are, and the client or patient that's seeing them. What is that relationship? And what are the unintended consequences that can arise from that relationship that's being formed? Are the boundaries very, very clear to everybody concerned? Or are the boundaries very blurred? And some of these things are communicated. The blurring of the boundaries can be in the tone of voice that the person uses. It can be very much in the kind of affectations of the way the person communicates and so forth. There's a lot of stuff here that is, I think, heavily missed out from most therapy and coaching training and isn't given enough attention. And that's really what that chapter was about. As always, do click that like button if you liked it. If you didn't like it, obviously don't click the dislike. I don't like that. And leave any comments in the section below. It would be really appreciated. And thank you so much for listening to me waffle on here. There'll be another one coming up on this channel next week.